Sorry, winter test averages or? Okay, so average 76. So it's actually about the same. We are very consistent. Okay, but you can see. So this is the first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, it's pretty much the same. Okay, so that means you can do all these things by yourself. Okay, so I did not provide you much hint for the homework number 4, but you guys are fine. Alright? And for the, so that's for the homework. Okay, so today I bring all the homework you have so far because I realize that on Thursday is your midterm. So you may want to have your homework back before that. Okay, some of them you have to take your homework number 1, 2, 3 back. Okay, but some day you have. So I will just use this opportunity to return all the things back to you. Okay, so I will put the homework on the chair, then you can grab it after the lecture, okay? So homework 1, 2 will be on this chair. And homework 3, 4 will be on this one. Okay, homework 4 belong, okay? Because I'm going to make homework 4. And this 1, 2, 3. Alright. So also about the feedbacks I got from you guys. First, you should be able to see the extra points on the blackboard already, okay? And if you found you actually do the survey but you did not get extra points, then let me know, okay? And according to the survey and the things you guys want me to improve the most is actually give you more helpful comments on papers and exams. So I did provide many helps on the homework, but it's not enough, okay? And maybe it's actually, we did not actually provide you much information on the midterms, okay? I promise I'm going to provide you the information you need for your midterm, for sure. Just be sure you attend the class, you'll have all those information. Just make sure you attend the review section. It's very important. Make sure you attend the review section. Make sure you attend the review section. Okay? It's very important. Okay? But when you attend the review sections, I think there's a few things you need to know. Okay? The review section is not designed for go through the concepts in detail again. Okay? It's more like the things I taught in the class. I'm not going to repeat the same content. Okay? I'm not going to repeat it. Instead, okay, the information you are going to learn for your review section is actually when you encounter one question in your midterm, how you can actually use these things, these knowledges to go through it. Okay? So it's actually a higher level of understanding of the material. Okay? So you are responsible for the fundamentals, okay, which was taught during the class. Okay? For the review section, if you already know the fundamentals, it will be a lesson for you so you know what are the connections between different concepts. Okay? If you get master of that, then you will feel very confident when you do your midterm. Okay? So for the midterms, previously I said you have 8 questions. How many people think that's too many? 8 questions in 90 minutes. 90, right? Yeah, 90 minutes. 85 minutes. Fine. You can pick up which one you want. You want to have 90 minutes, you can have 90. If you want to have 85, you can have 85. Okay? If that's too many, I can go down to 7. When I say when you go down from 8 to 7, that means I just take out of 1 question. I have already prepared all the questions I want to have in the midterm. Okay, if you think 8 is too many, then I will just take out 1. Then you have 7. Huh? You guys are overthinking your midterms. Okay, it's not that complicated.
Just take out 7.
Okay, I will make it 7. Okay, so you are going to have 7 questions for your midterm. In the 7 questions, one of them will be the extra credit. So the total point is 110. If you have 8, it will still be 110. You guys, it's like, we should pursue the merit of the knowledge. Okay, so let's for your midterm. Okay, so we are going to have our review sections tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. at this room. Okay, so this is, how to pronounce it? We are actually at the ST. We're at the STC, right? So let's go over there. So we're going to have the lecture room in this building. Okay, so make sure you know where it is. Okay. All right. And regarding about there's another common. So that's 9 students says okay they want to have more. Helpful comments on the homework. So the things I can provide is actually, I can actually have the homework review section after you turn the homework. Okay, for example, you turn the homework on Thursday, I'm going to tell you how you can do all the homework on Friday. Okay, is that fair? Okay, so hopefully by doing this, you guys can improve your study a lot. All right, so I will tell you. In the review sections, we are going to, it will be just 1 hour, for sure. I don't have that much time to do this. Okay, so we have a 1 hour review section on Friday. Okay, I haven't finalized the location that I should do this review section. Okay, I have to check the university calendar to make sure I have the room. Okay, but once that's available, I will just email you guys. All right. So, and hopefully by doing this, you guys can feel a lot more comfortable for this class. Okay, so far you guys are actually doing great. And I just don't know why you guys are so nervous about the midterm. Don't you feel like, if you can get like 76 for the homework number 4, that means you know a lot already. Or that means you have to have good brains. Okay, then, first thing you need to remember is actually, when you do your midterms, you won't have your good friends. Okay, so that's a reality. And then you need to know, basically, you need to really understand all the homework. The homework is actually specially designed to emphasize the concept you should have for this class. Okay, so you should really understand all the concepts in your homework. All right? Okay, so that's pretty much for the new policies. We're going to have homework review sections on Friday after you turn in your homework. Okay? And then tonight we are going to have the review section for the midterms. Okay? From 6 to 8 p.m. at this room. Okay, make sure you know where it is. Okay, any other questions? Okay? So another comment I saw a lot from your survey is actually you guys want me to tell you what are the equations you need to remember. Okay, I feel that's actually fair. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do today is actually I'm going to tell you what are the equations you need to remember. Okay, and then we will finish all the remaining part of the thermodynamics 1, 2, 3. Okay, so actually we actually mentioned this quite often in the class already. Let's just make it official, okay? So in the next 10 minutes, all the equations I mentioned, you need to remember because they are not going to be provided in your midterm. Alright? Okay, first equation. Okay? Okay, you should be very familiar with these four already, right? Because these are the four major state functions you always need to know for the systems. Okay, and this equation is always true. Okay. And of course, you need to know what's the net of each of them. Okay. Can you write this? What's dA? What's du, dh, dA, dg? Okay. Make sure you remember this diagram, okay? Okay, so it's A, U, H, G on the both sides, right? So you know if you look at du, it must be a function of ds and dv. Okay? So what's the sense in the front? Okay, you know, if you see the arrow, that's negative, right? If it doesn't specify, it's positive. So ds, what ds? P ds, okay, minus P dv. Okay. So dh is a function of s and p, right? So h is going to become, so it's all positive, right? So it will be T ds plus V dp. Okay? Okay? Then let's look at G. Okay? G is negative S dt minus P dv. Okay? Okay, and the G will be negative S dt plus V dp. Okay? So this is a very important plot. Okay, if you know how to use this one, you can at least get 20 points for your midterm. If you don't know how to use this one, find friends, okay, learn how to use this. Okay, so once you have this four, naturally you will know all the remaining 16 equations, right? Because you know partial u, partial s at constant b is equals to t, right? So this term is actually partial u, partial s at constant b. Okay, so partial u, partial s at constant b equals to t. And this is partial u, partial b at constant s, that's equals to negative t. Okay, so this is because if a is a function of bc, then dA can be written as dB, something dB plus something dc, right? So this will be the partial A, partial B at constant c. This is partial A, partial C at constant B. Okay, so if you compare this case versus the first equation where A is actually your U, B is actually your S, C is B, okay? So, you know the partial A, partial B at constant C will equals to this term, okay? Therefore, you know partial U, partial S at constant B equals to T. For your second term is partial A, partial C at constant B. This needs to be equals to negative P, okay? And then you know your A is U, your C is B, your B is S. Then you have this equation. Okay? So once you have this knowledge, then you will know partial H, partial S at constant P equals to T. Partial H, partial P at constant S is equals to B. Okay? So you should be able to derive this for yourself. Okay? Now you have 12 equations already based on starting from here, you have 12 equations. Okay? So this A equation is using the dA equals to partial A constant C dB plus partial A partial C at constant B dC. Okay, so with this equation you derive this A. The next thing you want to use is actually you want to know what is exact differential. Okay? So what exact differential means is actually if you take this term and then you do the differential with respect to C, okay, will equals to that term to the differential with respect to B. Okay, so in other words, you will see partial A, partial B, you do the differential against C is going to equals to this is going to equal to partial A, partial C, you do the differential against B. Okay? So this is basically this. And you know this is going to equal to this. Okay? All the state functions, they are exact differentials. When I say exact differentials, it means this. Okay? And it's actually very easy to understand, right? If the basic is, okay, you do the differential of A with respect to B first, then you do C. And this is you do the differential with respect to C, then do B. Okay, you just change of orders, but once you do a differential for both of them, they are actually equal to each other. Okay, so this is the concept you need to know. Okay, so once you have this concept, okay, then you will know partial t, partial v should equals to negative p, partial negative p, partial s. Okay? So partial t, partial v is going to be equals to negative partial p, partial s. Okay, so when you do the differential of this guy versus that, then this guy needs to be kept constant. Okay, so partial t, partial v at constant s will equals to partial p, partial s. This needs to be constant, so it's constant v. Okay? Then you can do exactly the same thing for these three. Okay? Therefore, you are going to have another three equations like this. Okay? So you have 4 plus 8 is 12 plus 4 is 16. Okay? And the very last 4 is just you flip it over. Then you are going to have partial v, partial t at constant s is equal to negative sign, partial s, partial p at constant v. Okay, and that concludes like the 20 equation to remember. Okay, starting from this form. Okay, so in your midterm, if I ask you to write down all these 20 equations, can you do it? If you cannot, then you lost 20 points. Okay? Alright, so this is actually the logic you should remember how you can actually derive the 20 equations from this form. Okay? Or you can derive these 20 equations from this one single figure. So maybe you want to remember this figure first. Alright? So how many equations we have so far? 24, right? 20 from these 4 equations and 4 from here. So what are the others you need to remember? The definition of kappa t, alpha c, Cp. Okay, you need to remember it. For the math equations, you need to know what cyclic group is. Okay? Partial A, partial B, and constant C is going to be equal to negative partial A, partial C, and constant B, partial B, partial C, and constant A. Okay, this one to remember. Second is actually change variables. Partial A, partial B, and constant C. You want to change as partial A, partial B, and constant X into in the correction terms. Okay? So partial A, partial B, and constant C. This will be partial X, and B. Okay, so it's how many? 24, 28, 30 equation now. Yes?
What should we usually use for x? Like if we're given A is h, and B is u, and c is t, like what should x be?
Okay, that's a very good question, right? So, first thing to know, u is a good function of what?
T and B.
U is a good function of SB, right? H is a good function of SP. Okay, A and G is S and B, right? Oh, sorry, T and B. And this will T and P. Okay? That means we are going to use this. If you see partial U, partial T, and constant V. This is not very good. Partial U, partial V, and constant T. Okay, if you see this, you know U is a good function of S, right? So you know this one is actually not a good thing to have to get the answer. So you want to make this one becoming partial U, partial V, and constant S. Once you have this, partial U, partial V, and constant S. This is just give you this very simple term. Okay, and then you're going to dealing with this. Okay, but you also know the first term is actually partial U, partial S, and constant V times partial S, partial V, and constant T. This term, partial U, partial S, and constant V, partial U, partial S, and constant V, give you T, right? And then you have this term left. Okay, so when you see the S on the top, V at bottom, typically, what you have to do is actually do the using Maxwell equations to make the SB become P and T, and that's it. Okay? So it's very important to know these four functions, they are actually a good function of what. Once you recognize this, then you'll find this super useful. Alright? So that's 30 equations. There are another 4 you need to remember. I'm going to erase this. So remember, du can be expressed as a function S and B, right? But in the very beginning of our chapter 19, we say actually we express du as a function of v and t because of actually time. We don't know the x, right? So if we give you this is equals to cv dt plus this is the t times partial p partial t a constant v minus p dv. Okay? This is actually the internal pressure term. Okay? And we also write the same equation for the dH. Okay? We also write similar term for the ds. And we can express s as a function of vt or s as a function of p and t. Okay? So these are all equations you need to remember. So that's 34 equations. Alright?